Hey there, Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel. I am Jade, and this is Star Moon and Sun Tarot. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Clearing the sound resonance. Sagittarians, whether you have it, Sagittarius placement as your sun sign, moon, rising, Venus, cross watchers are welcome as always. All are welcome here. No matter where you have Sagittarian placement, this could be a useful reading, okay? This is my darkness and light reading. I have a lot of really solid oracle decks that I want to use for you guys the way I use them for myself. And so I've done a full oracle card reading here. I'm going to lay them out. Some I'm going to read from the books from. Others I'm not. I'm just going to show you the images and go over what I'm getting. You know, some of them have very direct meanings and words and stuff on them, imagery. So the very first deck I went through, Magical Dimensions Oracle Card and Activators, okay? This darkness and light reading, it's going to look at spiritual energies. It's going to look at some darker energies. Nothing too awful is coming out. And a lot of times you'd be surprised how much these relate to your love and relationships, your, career by looking at any negative energies and these type of spiritual things and seeing where we need to put the work in is how we grow and expand, all right? So from this deck, what came out was Emergence, card 11, Creation, Resurrection, Magician. You were at a reinvention point, Sagittarius. You are a magical being, able to transform anything you wish. Remember who you are. It's wise to have clarity of intentions in your creative endeavors. Also, be careful of trickster energy in your life. You or this situation are due for a fresh start, but it's all for the best. And your companion crystals, I love these cards, they have companion crystals, are Merlin Stone and Ruby. And your companion essential oil is lime with this, okay? So that's really stunning. As soon as that flew out, I took the bottom of the deck, because the bottoms of the deck are always very relevant, as I'm sure you guys know if you follow tarot and readings, okay? So, Harmonic Resolution, card 19 was on the bottom. This is negativity, anger, and transmutation. You need to acknowledge some of the lower level emotions, hidden negativity, frustration, and confusion that may be a factor right now. Release any unfocused and distracting mental chatter. Breathe deeply and diffuse excessive mental and emotional energies to regain your balance. You may also have attracted people in your life who are operating from lower vibrations, and you need to disconnect from this. And your companion crystals with this one are rhodonite and shungite, Shungite. And your companion essential oil is Palo Santo, which I'm burning in a dish right back there. But yeah, interesting that this one was talking about making sure you have clear intentions for your manifestations. And this one is talking about, getting rid of that negativity, those base emotions. Love that. All right. So, the next deck I went through is a Franken deck of mine. It's combined the Sacred Power reading cards and the Sacred Spirit reading cards, both by Anna Stark. And I'm not going to go through the books on these, okay, but I am going to show you the imagery, read them. This is card 16, came out with Expansion, all right? Educate your mind and senses. Massive expansion of mind, expansion of energy I'm seeing. Yeah, Spiritual Evolution came out next. Set Your Heart Free with number 35. Lots of changes here. Not finally, but Clear and Activate, number 9. Create Sacred Space. This is very important. Create sacred space. Whether it can be a small area with just a little plant. It shouldn't be too cluttered. You can have important little statues or crystals or pictures. You can even use cards like this. You can put them up for inspiration, meditate on them. It's really important to do. It just gives you a nice, clear little area to activate, really. Next is Reflection. So you might be reflecting on something. There's a wolf here. And I do notice there's another wolf back here on the mountain. They are far apart here. Interesting. And then there's the expansion. And there's 2 birds. 3 birds in here. It looked like only 2, but there is a 3rd. Interesting. Okay. Then we got number 17, Galactic Healer. Move forward with an open mind. And then Medicine came out. So this is like shamanic or earth energy here, as well as like activations, reflection. Yeah, here's exploration. See this compass. You're really looking for your true north here. And then freedom was on the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? Yin and yang energy here. I love this. So you take from these what you will. Very beautiful, positive energy coming out. So the 3rd deck I went through is another Franken deck that I've combined as several decks. It's a combo of 3. I call it my Franken deck of darkness. It's got the Dark Mirror Oracle, the Angel Arium Oracle of Emanations, and this Mausolea Oracle of Souls. Not really all that dark and awful. I'm going to show you guys what came out, and I'm going to briefly go over these. Some I will read from the Dark Mirror book because I feel like they're important. But Material, this Angel of Rain. Rain can be so many things. It can be emotions pouring forth. It can be cleansing, almost baptismal, clearing, healing. Rain can help grow newly sown seeds, right? We've got the Exile here with the Forsaken Soldier. This talks about strategy, failure, trauma. So possibly there's a pouring of emotions. And then you got card 7, which is Sacrifice. This card can speak of self-sacrifice. Hold on here. I want to read from this one. Even if I have to break apart, as long as it serves a purpose, I have accepted my duty, and in my release I found freedom. There is a strong power in sacrifice. Our fears, our hopes, they are all chains to a small world. Our sense of self is a small, petty creature of uncertain resolve and shaky horizons. With sacrifice, we renounce our our sense of self. We accept to be shaken, cut, bruised, hurt, burdened, locked, and stricken, despised, gossiped, betrayed, misunderstood, and be left alone to rot, to die. Oh my gosh. With words of thanks. This is self-sacrifice, or learning not to sacrifice your own feelings and emotions. All right, we got this is the crown. This is spirituality, okay? In the Kabbalistic tree of life system, this is the crown, all right? This literally like talking about like the crown chakra, that spiritual connection here. So I feel like a lot of this pain has brought you to this place of getting really spiritual. We have Azrael, the angel of death here. So there's important cycles closing out Sagittarius, whether they are chapters to this big book. There are things written in the book, okay? Chapters are being closed. Things have been written, okay? We also have card number 11 came out, Addicted. We're going to read for this one too, just briefly. Bear with me, I'm not going to go crazy here. It's not about choosing the chains. It's about choosing them again and again. Freedom was the worst of lies. I should have been a slave or a slave, but I chose the latter. Okay, this talks about addiction to drugs, love, company, evil, pain, safety, making everything simple that can be deep. Oh, they have in common the feeling of being lost if we are ever without it. Freedom is not a friend, as it promises responsibility, failure, challenges. Freedom can be taken, can be broken, can be stripped. Slavery is a much cleaner choice. If you give it all away at the beginning, how can they take it from you? How can it be so easy to believe that freedom is an illusion, and it's so hard to feel that slavery is an illusion as well? So, I mean, this can be anything from drugs, alcohol, smoking, not really eating healthy, to straight up like negative food addictions, shopping addictions, addictions to social media, to societal pressures and keeping up with the Joneses. All right, we have gilded regret coming out behind there. I feel like living in the past. Please give me a few more minutes to linger. Memories are like floating underwater, safe, warm, and murky, yet they held the scent of death. Okay, the cave of our memories is the most gilded. The cage of our memories is the most gilded. Okay, lingering to the past, savoring crumbs, flashes, hints, and as ifs, and ifs. We follow the river against the currents to a sea of maybes. We cannot say life is here now, we just say life was here. So even when the future builds day by day, we still look backward to memories and possibilities. Options we missed, things we lost, changes we fled. Yeah. The ifs are gone. Whatever has been already. I mean, you can't live in that. If you are unhappy with choices you've made before, then it's really time to move forward and change your path. It's never too late to change your path. Never too late for anything. Next card 10, Colorless Angel, says it's better not to feel rather than feeling pain. Apathy is the crowned king of nothingness and the shining queen of whatever. Yeah. This talks about being indifferent, trying to remain indifferent, detached, but you won't heal unless you face this, okay? Perhaps you're addicted to feeling regret, and it's causing you problems moving forward here, okay? Take what resonates, leave what does not. We also have the Tiferet here with heart, beauty, okay? This is very good, positive. The Chokmah, right eye, wisdom, okay? So we have beauty and wisdom. And Eistabas, this is the angel of divination. So, I mean, obviously you're watching tarot readings. Some of you may read tarot yourselves. Then we have the child I was meant to be. This is all very positive. Things growing, inner child healing. This card is all positive, actually. And then Morrigan, the Weaver of Fate. Ravens and crows are the symbols of the Morrigan, okay? Antipathy, introspection, opposition. Interesting that this says antipathy, and we just had the colorless angel talking about just not, not caring, right? Isn't that antipathic? All right, anyways, moving on. I went into Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Get you a couple fairies, all right? So I'm not going to read these from the book either. I'm just going to go through them, get what I'm getting. And then I just have a few more really quick, and we'll move on to the tarot. I am going to timestamp down below. I will timestamp the archetypes, since it's what I'm going to be naming the readings after. If you're going to watch any of the oracle card readings, I highly suggest this one. And then the tarot readings as well will be timestamped, okay? So, the first one that came out is, oh, that gnome, that trickster energy, some creative chaos. Something's coming in and getting shaken up, but it's going to bring in ecstasis, ecstasy, joy here, rapture. Again, here's the bodacious Bodak. It talks about meddling, tampering, helpful fixing. All right, these trickster energies are not necessarily negative or bad. I notice they're on the either side of the ecstasis here. We got himself talking about natural law, magic, and shamanic power here. The fairy godmother coming in to bless you with some type of gift. And yes, she of the Kruak, the receptive principle, the feminine principle. And then the fairy who was kissed by pixies, which talks about love given and received here. And then the fairies of the future was on the bottom. All right, so it probably goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. The energies line up and everything when I put them like that. So, yeah, whatever type of creative chaos is coming in, it's giving you a gift here. A gift, being able to receive some type of ecstasy or joy coming in, It may feel a little bit tricksterous or possibly back and forth, or you might not trust it right away, but give it time and be patient, because this is all very positive, okay? Sometimes the bodacious Boda can morph into himself, and it can be good energy, okay? This is looking lovely. So, the wild unknown archetypes. Here is what came out. We got the shadow, the mountain, the vision. Yeah, this was really crazy. How did these come out? And then it was like the mother and the crone came out together with the mentor. Or was the mentor maybe was on the bottom? Alright, so this is kind of crazy because the mother in crone is part of a trifecta of the maiden, mother, and crone. So that these two came out and they were like together. Maybe they were clumped with the mentor and the vision was on the bottom. I think that maybe is what it was. Or, see, another fire sign just had this one. Well, either way, I'm going to read each of these. You guys got an extra. Everyone else got 4 and then 1 from the bottom. Since these two were together, I almost just put them both back and said, no, you know, it's too many. I only need 1 because these 3 were already out. But when I noticed what they were, I was like, whoa, this is a major life shift, stage shift. Okay? A lot of wisdom in the crone. And then let's also talk about how this mountain is in this vision. Do you see it? It's super tiny. That's the same mountain on this card. So, yeah, there's that. There's owls here. And here with the mentor, a raven here. Yeah, the shadow, the mountain, the vision, the crone and the mother, and the mentor. So these are like life phases and like energies that we can take on here. And then these are places, I believe things. So let's go into this here. We're going to start with the shadow, which came out first. Okay, this is the unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in this deck has shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. This is literally the point of these readings, to look at these darker energies, do this shadow work. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow itself. Yeah, so constantly questing to be enlightened and knowledgeable or a guru, that itself is shadow. That itself is shadow. It's a difficult conundrum to get around. Many of us struggle with it. By rejecting parts of ourself and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it's time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move towards the shadow with patience and compassion. All right, so this is about revealing unconscious aspects of the self and world. Okay, when you're working lightly, when you are dark yourself, it's denying unconscious aspects of the self and the world. The shadow of the gods are the very gods themselves. Reflect on that statement by James Hillman in A Blue Fire. What do you despise about yourself? By answering, you move towards shadow. Contemplate the following scientific observation. The closer an object is to the light, the longer the shadow it casts. Think about that. Okay, so now we need the mountain. So that really speaks of doing inner work, looking at inner shadow stuff. Yes, while ascending, the ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirit sages and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience. Yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the pursuit and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. And when light, this is being grounded in the eternal, steadfast, and uplifting. When dark, this can be ominous, daunting, isolating, or frigid. Contemplate Joseph Campbell's suggestion. You are the central mountain, and the central mountain is everywhere. Research mountains, find one that strikes you, and stare at it for a while. Where is it? The pilgrim may be awakening in you. The summit calls. I love that. So you're questing here, looking at your shadow. Perhaps not looking at your shadow, thinking you're above all that, but no one's above that. The ascended masters who have already ascended because, they ascended. That's not us. We're here learning lessons. Vision. Where are you, vision? The vision. The dream, the imagined, the revealed. It is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny toward which we are aimed. It is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world in its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than any elixir. When we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull, exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery, bring back the dreams. And when light, this is potent imagination, synchronicity, and trust. And when dark, this is disconnected from art, dreams, listless, being aimless. Look at art you loved when you were young. Listen to old records, poems, albums. These are all ways to reactivate the vision. You can gauge how connected you are to your vision by how tired you are. Since the vision feeds us energy, it affects our life force and vitality. Wow. All right, so let's look at these life stages here. Very, very interesting. We're going to look at... Where's the mother? Oh, it's number 1. Okay. We're going to look at the mother first. The great mother, the feminine, the source. We begin our archetypal story with the mother's love. Through her sensual, fertile, and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she offered resources from her body for the building of our own. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the mother, especially on this earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives yet clings. She creates yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to eternal challenge of love. And when light, this is glowing, generative, creative, nurturing, and when dark, it's dim, exhausted, controlling, and limiting. Notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the mother's grace. And then we have the mother is part of the trifecta, maiden, mother, crone. Because of the relationship between them, take special note when these cards appear in one reading. That's why I took them. Let's get the crone here. I'm feeling a very strong sense that maybe some of you are having a really hard time transitioning. Maybe your birdies are flying the nest and really off, and you're having to get used to this idea, this phase of life, but do not fear. For the Crone is an amazing phase of life, okay? Wise, powerful, okay? The witch, the old woman, the sage, yes. The Crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation in the feminine trifecta of Maiden Mother Crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration, giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning, smoldering, taking life and giving life. The Crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth, using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the Crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. And when light, this is magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, wise. And when dark, it's vindictive, bitter, isolated, ostracized. The Crone is the master of letting go and residing in what is. She rejects nothing. The Crone is often seen with the crow, smoke, night, the moon. The Crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even if this means a more solitary life. Okay, another thing I was seeing is perhaps some of you are moving into the phase of life where your own mothers are passing and you are coming, or it's something you're possibly having to deal with or are facing for the future. If it's not happening now, these cycles, you're coming to accept that they're going to happen. All right? It's okay to be excited for phases of life that negative connotations have been associated with. I think that, I don't know. I'm not trying to hurry up and get old or anything, but I will be excited to accept my crony status when it comes, being wise and, I'd like to be like the creepy kind of witchy lady that the kids are maybe a little bit afraid of, but then they see that she's really pretty nice and makes good cookies and, I don't know, has a pretty garden. Where is the mentor? Let me see. Yeah, goals. The mentor, here we go. The teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. When light, its focus. I apologize. I had a slight issue and the camera turned off. Let me see. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good, aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. I'm going to say that one more time. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. Okay? When light, it's focused, clear, bright, and remaining a student. I just wasn't sure how much you guys heard and what cut off, but again, that's still very important. Remaining a student. We're all students for life. Okay, when dark, this is self-serving, being envious of youth, rigid, righteous. Okay, although it's typically true, parents are our initial teachers. The child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside of the home to assist in their growth. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expression feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason, okay? Wow, very, very important. Sagittarius. A lot going on here. So the final two decks I went through, they're both Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith, the Light and Dark Oracle, and the Shapeshifters. Figured I couldn't do a light and dark reading without these. So, let's see. The Light and Dark, here's how they came out. We have Death in the Maiden, okay? An invasion of boundaries. Maybe you feel violated by dominance. So, here's the Mildew Fairy saying it is clean up time. You're calm amid the chaos, though, with this sea storm. You're good. I feel like you are taking the time. This is Poe. Time for change, learning something new, using technology and gadgets for wisdom. I feel like you're getting enlightened. You're doing research. Yeah. There's Kali. From death comes rebirth. Whatever you're cleaning up, it's leading to new beginnings here, and that's good. Because with the Storm Angel, whatever was going on, it was a collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. On the bottom from that deck, we had the Sea Beacon Fairy, guidance, but where is it leading you? You know, make sure you do look before you leap. We're going to look at some tarot too. So, from the Shapeshifters, we got the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying. We talked about that, right? Wow, the Kitsune came out. Lucky. I will show you whom to trust. That's so funny. I have a Kitsune deck I use for fire signs exclusively. Alright, Little Red Riding Hood. I am not a victim. Nice. And Beauty and the Beast says you need some space in a relationship. Sagittarius, you're unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. Alright, Saggy Sag. Let's see. Oh, now the tarot. Alright. So, first and foremost for tarot, I went into my Thoth deck, and I was asking for just one card. Overall energy, storyline, what's going on here. And we have the bottom of the deck as well that I looked at. So the one card that came out is actually an extra card in the deck that I leave in. To me, this card means as above, so below. As it is in the 5D, so it shall be in the 3D. What I dream will be, my reality shall be, okay? This is that energy, and here's in the bottom of the deck, the Emperor, which is stepping into that power and ready to make your reality whatever you want it to be, Sagittarius. So, that is, yeah, I love that. Love that. Alright, so I got the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'm going to do about 6 card spread. Nothing too crazy, alright? And I'm going to clarify it with the Raven's Prophecy. Feeling very earthy, natural, or like earthy, magic-y. So I'm using these 2 decks. Let's see. Alright, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. It's the Nightmare card. Trying to get your balance here. 7 of Pentacles. Give me 3 more, please. Okay, Father of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, Daughter of Wands. And the High Priestess was behind it. There's the High Priestess. I just want to look at this a second. We've got the Daughter of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Alright. It looks like you're trying to gain your balance. Perhaps someone was juggling too. Because this Father of Pentacles in the reverse. Whatever's happening here, you're definitely in your head. Alright, about, you know, 3D stuff. 3D stuff here with it being the Seven of Pentacles for sure. I'm not certain if you're like you're waiting for something to grow. Father of Pentacles in reverse, Daughter of Wands. So Daughter of Wands. Alright, this is like the Page of Wands. Could be some type of communication, hastily coming through quick here. Or someone might be back and forth about it. With the High Priestess, I feel like you're using your intuition. Somebody could have secrets though. Let me clarify these. A little further. I got Daughter of Cups in the bottom. Somebody might want to apologize. Alright, show me this Two of Pentacles. What's going on here? Strength. Coming up a little sideways. Somebody might be having a hard time getting their strength, getting their balance. Show me another one for the Two of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius, for the highest good. Just Spirit guides. What else about this Two of Pentacles and strength? Could have Leo in your chart. Yeah. King of Cups. Okay, this could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. Strength is also could be Leo. So someone's trying to find their balance and strength. Possibly to make an offer in love here. Moving forward. Alright, let's see. What about this Nine of Swords? What is this Nine of Swords about? Four of Swords, Page of Cups. So somebody really wants to somebody might really want to reach out and apologize here. Someone's really in their head about it. And it looks like they're kind of stuck in that energy. What's the Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, Five of Swords reversed. Somebody might not be ready to let you go, or you might not be willing to let somebody go. Here, what is this? Queen of Swords. Alright, so you or they may have air in your chart. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Alright, show me this Father of Pentacles reversed. Four of Coins. Somebody was holding on, holding back. The Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, perhaps somebody was holding on too tightly, and it caused some delays here. Here's Daughter of Wands. Yeah, Nine of Coins in the reverse. Somebody wants to reach out, but they're not single. Oh. Yeah, they're not going to reach out until they complete this cycle. But I feel like you guys are yourselves completing a big cycle. But I'm getting like energy of somebody else watching you guys. Yeah, Queen of Cups coming up under the High Priestess. There's a pair here. Here's the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Alright, we also have Queen of Swords, Father of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so there's a pair. Sagittarius, you could have air in your chart. You could have water in your chart. You could have earth in your chart, or you could have recently left an earth sign. Alright, and this person may have water or air in their chart. Show me one more for the High Priestess. It was that one. The Fool. Wow. Alright, so I feel like intuitively or secretively somebody knows that they are a pair and want a new beginning here. They want to reach out, but they might not be single. Some cycles have to close out here. Yeah, somebody might have been holding back or holding on too tight, or it took a long time to get out of the cycle. They might have also been just codependent, not very nice, not willing to share, not equal give and take. It caused a lot of delays. Alright. Yeah. Someone is, you know, trying to hold on and be discerning about this. But they can't get out of their head. They can't really reach out as of now yet and apologize because it would then be a third-party situation I'm getting. So, yeah, they're trying to regain their balance and strength. Or you are. It can be vice versa. It's strange, the energy I'm going, you know. It seems to be someone coming up who's interested in Sagittarius. Alright. Let's see. I got the, what is this? The Starseed Oracle? Wow. Perspective. Okay, get a different perspective on the situation, or somebody needs a different perspective. Says none of this matters. Zoom out and find common ground. And the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Those came out together. Yeah, on the bottom is lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. I feel like that's definitely your energy through a lot of this read, Sagittarius. A lot of you getting very, very enlightened. I'm going to also just get some advice with this spirit animal deck. Oh, no, no, no. That was my clumsy hands. Oh, that wasn't my clumsy hands. Because this was one of them, and it came right back out. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Look at that cute little flying pig. Wow, some of you might have thought this was something that would never, ever happen or something. Ah, make your dreams real with the spider spirit. Yeah, very nice. Nice, nice energy. The vulture spirit is on the bottom saying nothing is wasted. Do not fear a transition or new cycle, okay? You're gonna know. Alright, so Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this was able to help and provide you some guidance. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe. A huge thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Thank you. And if you haven't done it yet, please, please, please hit subscribe. Hit subscribe. You'll get my notifications. I'll be doing this every week, alright? So, yeah, check back next week. I'll probably have another love reading up of some type. I try to alternate it a little bit. But, yeah. Check back and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Hope to see you next time. Love to you all. Bye.